Hello, welcome back to another Mail Day video. Yes, the first Mail Day video for 2017. Before we even get into this video, I want to kind of give you a little bit of a heads up as to where I'm going to be going with my Blu-ray centric videos in 2017. This is something I've wanted to do for years now, and that's to kind of follow along with the Robbie Webster mentality of doing Blu-ray update videos, which is he will wait until he's watched, the Blu-ray before he puts it into his update video, and so he has something to talk about. Now, for years, most of my Blu-ray updates have consisted of, 20% here's this film and I like it, and 80% of I've never seen this film, don't know much about it. And it always bugs me, and I know that no one has ever brought it up, no one's ever been bothered by it. In fact, people have specifically said they don't mind it, but from now on, I want to make sure that, for the most part, my Blu-ray updates every month are specifically films that I have watched, and it gives me that kind of the push to watch said Blu-rays instead of just getting them and going, oh cool, and putting it on the shelf and like not watching it for years, which does happen, and I'm sure most Blu-ray collectors can relate to that that situation, that scenario. So when I get something new and I want to talk about it, even though I haven't seen it, I can just do a Mail Day video, which is pretty easy to do. So that's how I'm going to be doing it moving forward. Let's get right into this. I've got two Steelbooks, which I'm really excited about, but been a bit of an interesting journey to get them here. I've had a rough couple of days. Haven't been feeling too well, so this is kind of the perfect thing to arrive today on a Monday morning to cheer me up a little bit. But I pre-ordered these as soon as they went live months ago. Was really excited for them, and the release day came. In fact, no, they were shipped before the release day, which doesn't really happen that often from Amazon UK over here to Norway. Usually they wait until after the release date. So I thought, oh, they're really on the ball with this one. And the delivery date came and went, nothing. I spoke to Amazon and they said, oh, it'll be there today. And I'm like, the post has been and gone today. It won't be here today. Yeah, it'll definitely be there today. Okay, I'll speak to you tomorrow then, because it's not here today. Next day comes, I said, okay, still not here. And they're like, oh, well, it'll definitely be here today. And I'm like, alright, fine. Nothing happens. The next day I said, look, it's still not here. They're like, yeah, give it about 24, 48 hours. It'll definitely be there. 2 days go by, 3 days go by, and I'm like, look, it ain't turning up, And they're like, well, we can't track it. And I'm like, well, these are limited edition Steelbooks. I don't want to miss out on these. And they're like, okay, well, if you'd like, we'll send you a replacement. I'm like, yes, thank you, I'll take it. And they sent it with the fastest shipping, so it was sent like 3 days ago over the weekend, and it arrived today. So that was the long convoluted story to these arriving. I was worried about them arriving in one piece. But anyway, let's just get to it. The first one is a Eureka Steelbook. In fact, a Masters of Cinema Steelbook. It is spine number 92, The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. And yes, I already own this, because you've seen me do the 1 to 100 spines of this collection. In fact, it's right up there. I could probably just grab it without really moving out of frame too much. The original release right here. So Luke, why on earth did you double dip on a film like this? Well, because I was a bit of a completist. I have every Masters of Cinema Steelbook, even both Metropolis Steelbooks. So I just felt like I had to get it. But I probably wouldn't have if it didn't include a second Blu-ray disc. Now, it has everything on the original release, but it has a second Blu-ray disc. I'm pretty sure it's on its own disc. That features a 2-hour documentary on German cinema during the Weimar Republic between 1918 and 1933, called Caligari to Hitler, German Cinema in the Age of the Masses. Now, I really delved into the special features on the original release of Dr. Caligari, and I love the history behind it. So that 2-hour documentary really sold this to me, but it's still paying, about 20 quid for just a bonus documentary. But I hope it's great. I hope it's worth it. And let's just open it up and have a look. I mean, there's not going to be much on the back, and whatever. But let's just have a look quickly while we're here. And I am a big fan of silent films, as you probably know if you follow my channel. And so, kind of a nice limited deluxe release of a silent film is something that I'm really interested in. And actually, I will admit that when the release date of this got closer, I did start to regret pre-ordering it, and I was thinking about cancelling it. I thought, look, I've already got the film. Do I really need the documentary? Do I really need the Steelbook? The answer was no, really. So I kind of said to myself, okay, let's cancel it. But I forgot to cancel it because it was sent out earlier than usual. And this is actually a bit of a surprise. I was not expecting this. It does have artwork on the back. That's really cool. So here's the front there. And here's the back. So this is the second only Eureka Steelbook, or at least Eureka Masters of Cinema Steelbook, that has artwork on the back. The other one is the Passion of Joan of Arc, which is a gorgeous Steelbook release. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, and there's same problem that riddled the Fright Night Steelbook from Eureka that came out last month, where there's a lot of minor surface scratches underneath, but it's not that noticeable. In fact, I want to make a video soon about damage to Steelbooks and Blu-rays and stuff, because it's something I really want to do a full video about and get in deep on. I love this artwork. It makes for a really nice Steelbook. I remember when this came out, there was talk that there might be a Steelbook version, and this is kind of how I imagined it, with all the colour schemes and everything. So inside we have both Blu-rays, the film itself, and then the bonus documentary and the booklet, of course. Let's have a look at the inside artwork, if there's any on there. Yes, there is. We have Cesare, the somnambulist there, and the inside artwork. Let's see if there's anything underneath the discs. And yeah, that's kind of cool. I like that, you know, the bonus documentary has its own proper Blu-ray disc, from Caligari to Hitler, and the disc art matches the other one. And on the inside we have Caligari himself on the other side there, tilted down. So very nice Steelbook release. And yeah, I probably will check that documentary out pretty soon, because I'd really like to see it while it's still fairly fresh. I mean, I listened to the audio commentary for Dr. Caligari very recently, about 3 or 4 months ago when I did my review for it, which you can check out on my channel. Phone going off there. So there you go, that's the Dr. Caligari Steelbook. The other one I've already opened, because it felt like it was damaged, but it wasn't, thankfully. It's another Eureka Steelbook, Metropolis. Yeah, I was really worried about this one because it's a black Steelbook, and you know, those are ripe for paint chips, for, you know, all kinds of scratches and stuff, and there are scratches and things like that around it, but it's not too bad, and I'm actually really happy with the condition it turned up in, considering that this came in a package that was just dented and kind of, this was rattling around in it. I was just like, oh my god, because the Caligari one came in a super sturdy, like one of those cardboard cases that has like a nice, you know, a nice flap there to keep the Steelbook in place, whereas this one just arrived in a flat cardboard mailer, and I was like, oh, for God's sake. I've never seen this film. I forget, what's the, I got the J card here when I took it off. Who directed this? Rintaro. Yeah, I remember it was just someone's name. It's just like one name, like Prince or Madonna. Directed by Rintaro. This has the making of Metropolis, a documentary on the film's production, interviews with the film's creators, multi-angle animation comparisons, which is not unusual on these kinds of releases, and that's about it. But this is, I believe it has to have some inspiration from the original Metropolis, but it's more of its own animal. I've seen kind of screenshots and stuff, but I haven't looked too much into the story because I want to be surprised by this. But it's an anime film from Japan. I'm not sure if I mentioned that, and I wanted to see this for years. It just looked stunning from the images that I saw from it, and I thought, oh, I'd love to get that on Blu-ray. Didn't exist, couldn't find it anywhere. So when this was announced from Eureka, I thought, awesome, and especially in this nice Steelbook edition. I'm assuming this character on the front has some significance to the story. It's probably one of the main characters. I've seen the kind of this golden-haired character in many of the main images from the film. But yeah, really nice Steelbook. I really like it, and you know, as usual, there's nothing on the back, just plain black. There's the spine there. There's actually quite a few scratches on the spine, I have to admit, which is a bit of an annoyance, but there you go. And this is a dual format release, so we have a Blu-ray and DVD copy. And I'll just for the sake of, you know, continuity, I will show you the inside artwork on this one as well. And there's different disc artwork, which is always nice, on the DVD. And here we go. And in fact, that might be a little bit of a spoilerific image, I think. It certainly clues me in on something in the plot, but very nice addition. So there you go. These were like 28 quid on Amazon, like for a long time, but I pre-ordered them when they were 20. And if you order from Amazon UK from Norway, it takes off the VAT. So I only ended up paying, I think, £16 for each of these. Yeah, and I got refunded the shipping as well. So yeah, I did actually end up paying just £16 for each of these, which is very good. And I believe they're both down to £20 again now that they've been released. So if you want to jump on these, now's the time. I'm not sure how limited they are, but I think it's maybe like 2,000–3,000 copies, something like that. It could be a case where they stay in print for years, I don't know, but sometimes you really don't know. I mean, the Fright Night Steelbook went way out of print in like 15 minutes, so these are more kind of obscure titles, I think, than Fright Night, which is kind of a popular cult film. But I'm very happy to get these two Steelbooks, particularly this one. I hope I like Metropolis. Big anime fan, and this is one of the big ones, and I've heard nothing but great things about it from people who I talk to who like anime films. So yeah, I might do a video on this one, and this is great to add to the massive cinema collection for sure. So there we go, that's it. Thank you for watching this Mail Day video. Hopefully I'll get to watch Metropolis and I can talk about it in my next Blu-ray update. I don't know when that will be, but when I do my next Blu-ray update, I will have watched the films I'm going to talk about, which I'm looking forward to doing. So there we go, that's it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
It's alright by me. Apart from the fact he throws cans of Carlin into a tree. Yeah, he's really cool. Yeah, he's really cool. But he's not quite as cool as you.